Hey, good morning, Bookfighters. It's Thursday, September 16th, and this week I read The Princess Bride. It was originally written by S. Morgenstern, but the version I read is the abridged one with William Goldman, which is really the only version that you can find anymore. The original book is apparently like a 1,000-page tome, and it's the satire of Florinese monarchy. And then this one just like cuts out all of that stuff, and it's all about the adventure and the love story and all of that. I don't know if you've ever seen the film The Princess Bride, but it's one of the rare occasions where the film is not only a good representation of the book, but actually improves upon the story. I mean, honestly, it's still one of my favorite movies. I grew up with it and loved it when I was younger, and then you can come back to it as an adult, and it has all of these different meanings to it, and it's just a wonderful movie. And if you haven't seen it, you need to go see it right now. Like, really, I would recommend watching the movie over reading the book. I mean, the book is fabulous, but the movie is just so wonderful. I guess there are differences between the movie and the book. Not so many plot-based differences, but tone differences. The movie is very much a comedy, and it never stops being a comedy. Like, it's humor all the way through. Whereas the book, there will be scenes where they're saying the same exact lines that they said in the movie, and it's the exact same scene, but the tone of it is different. It's more serious. The love scenes are more ridiculous, like those have more humor to them, but then some of the other scenes that were big humor moments in the movie are very serious and very kind of intense. So it's interesting to read the book and with having the knowledge of the movie. I mean, I would recommend it. If you love the movie, you'll love the book as well. And the writing style in it is just funny. There's all of these little parentheticals throughout the story that just, where the author just adds in their own thoughts. And like in the beginning, it says like things like, this was before toasters, or this was after France. And when you look at all of the parentheticals, like it doesn't exist. There isn't a time in which this could exist, which, I mean, I guess is the point, to say that this didn't actually happen. The Princess Bride, fabulous. Read it, watch the movie. You will love it, and if you don't love it, you just don't love things, really. That's the bottom line. If you don't love The Princess Bride, you just don't know how to love. Next week, I'm going to be reading An Abundance of Catherines by John Green. I've read this book before, but it's been a while, and I don't have my original copy. I lent it to my sister, so I had to buy another one, so all of my notes and annotations are gone. So I really want to reread this one. It's been a couple of years, so that's for next week. Questions. I only remember Sarah's questions, and I don't have time to go back and rewatch everyone's videos because I have to leave for work soon. Sarah's question was, do you feel like you learn more talking to people you agree with or you disagree with? And I think it depends on the person, because sometimes when you talk to someone you disagree with, they're so unwilling to listen that you end up just butting heads through the whole thing, and nothing gets accomplished, and everyone just gets angry, and nothing is learned, and you end up just insulting each other because you're both so frustrated. But if it's someone that's willing to listen to your point of view, and you're willing to listen to theirs, then I think that that can be really a positive experience, and you can learn a lot from that. I think you can also learn from people that you agree with if they're smarter than you. You know, if they've thought more about this, or if they have more information than you do, then talking to them can more round out your own feelings on the situation. So I think both have their place, and both are completely unhelpful in other situations as well. So it just depends on the person and the situation. And Julia's punishment. I'm not going to suggest a punishment in this video because no one else did, and I don't want to put one out there because then you'd be forced to pick mine, and I just can't deal with that kind of pressure. So I say next week we suggest punishments, since everyone forgot this week. Also, if you haven't seen it yet, I made us a profile page. I'll link that in my pants. Right now, it's just basic profiles of all Bookfighters and a general overview of what we do, but we can add things to it, and we can also make new pages. There's also on this website, Squidoo, there's a quick book review page that you can do, and it just has you put in the title, the author, your review, and like favorite lines, and it's just a quick little form and you fill it out. And I think that would be really good for us to do if you guys want to do that. I think we need to talk about it in the chat because there's a lot of little details in it that are not going to be very well communicated in this kind of video. We need to actually be on a chat about it. But yeah, check that out if you haven't already, and viewers too, check it out. I spent time on this. It's pretty sweet. That's all I have for you this week. Sorry this video is so sort of rushed and short, but I needed to get it done before I go to work. I'm just going to be editing it and hitting upload and then walking out the door, so if there are any problems with the upload, I'm not going to know until I get home from work. So if you're watching this right now, everything went well, and it's great.